All right, everyone, if you can hear me, just type in yes in the chat box. Let me know that you guys can hear me okay. Want to see also where you are dialing in from. Let's see here. All right, we are getting some yeses already. Don't forget, tell me where you are dialing in from today. Margaret is from sunny California. How awesome. Eric from Portland, beautiful area. Mayfield, Kentucky. Never been there, AJ. Maybe that's going to be a place where I need to visit. We're going to be starting on time today, so we've got about a minute and a half before we get started. But keep on telling us where you are coming from. We love this part of the webinar because we get to see different parts of the world where people want to build their internet business and want to learn from. So we absolutely love seeing that. So let's see here. Kevin says, yes, he is here. Kevin is excited. You should see how many E's and S's are in his yes. Elaine is from Vancouver, which means even in the middle of the summer, it's going to be about 10 degrees for Elaine. Sorry, Elaine, it's probably cold there today. Also, Chile, Thomas, wow, all the way from Chile. We love seeing that. My wife loves what was telling me that she wanted to go to Chile. MJ is frozen in Montreal. Yes, I truly believe because you're probably a little bit distance from Vancouver, but you're all the same parallel, which means you're both cold. But Nicole, she's nice and warm in Oakland, California. Nicole, how's the weather over there in Oakland? Hope it's doing well. Elaine says, LOL. Um, Barnabas is from Australia. Welcome. That is way on the other side of the world. Beautiful to see you here, Barnabas. Stefan is from Cyprus. Oh, Cyprus is beautiful. A lot of beautiful vacation homes over there in Cyprus. Stefan, I hope you're having a good time there. Uh, Jack from London. I absolutely love London. I've been there several times, spoken at several events in London, so I absolutely love London. Rune says, is this easy to make money? Rune, I'm going to tell you, we've been online and selling on the internet for many, many, many years, probably 15 plus years now. So the question is it easy to make money? Well, for someone who's doing things extremely successful, everything is easy. The only thing that's ever hard is not knowing. So, yes, by the end of today's training, you will see why it is easy. And Elaine says it is raining today. Nicole says warm today, but rain yesterday. So, Atunis, hopefully I am pronouncing that right. Welcome. Rune, you are welcome also. So, guys, it is right at the top of the hour. Actually, we are 1 minute past. So, let's get started with our training today. I want to make sure that our guest can hear us. Sarah, can you hear me fine?
I can indeed, thank you.
Awesome, awesome.
Fantastic.
Awesome. So, guys, I want to tell you about someone who I've known and we've known for a long time. And not only known, but we've become fast friends. We actually met on a cruise, believe it or not, probably 4 years ago today, or 4 years ago last month. And a lot of people say, hey, this is a friend, but this truly is a friend. But not only is she a friend, but she is a brilliant genius friend. When we get together, we are talking different marketing strategies, different ideas, and things that work. And it is amazing when we have these conversations just how brilliant and smart she is. And not only that, when she teaches her students, they have success. I've had the pleasure of working with many of her students, and I probably had 4 or 5 of them that I was working really close with that were making northward of 6 figures a year. So, do you want to know how those folks were doing this? Well, you're going to learn about that today, right? One of them in particular within a month and a half, 2 months of getting started, went from making nothing online to generating almost $18,000 to $20,000 a month in sales. Folks, that's a complete beginner, complete newbie, and you're about to learn exactly what information he got that got him to that point. So if you're serious about building an internet business, you want an easier way to build an internet business, a six-figure per year business, then I would tell you every distraction that you have, put it away. Tell your significant other the next hour will absolutely change your life. So please do not bother me for the next hour. With that being said, I want to introduce you to Sarah Starr, who, again, great friend, one of the most brilliant people that we know in the internet marketing space, and an amazing teacher, and is about to show you something that will literally change your life if you decide to take action. So with that being said, Sarah, I'm going to hand it over to you. I'm going to mute
Okay.
myself out, and I know you're going to over deliver with the content.
I'm super excited. Thank you so much for that amazing introduction.
Yes, absolutely.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for that introduction, and I'm super excited to get started today. I'm super excited to be with such a responsive group of people today. We've got people literally from all over the world, which is absolutely fantastic. And in fact, that's one of the questions I get so often from people. People say to me, will this work in America? Will this work in Australia? Will this work in Tokyo? And my answer is, if you're logging onto this webinar today, you can actually make money on the internet using what you're going to learn tonight. So today, well, I say tonight, for some people it's the middle of the night, some people it's the middle of the day. For me right now, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So we're a real international audience. So today, what we're going to be learning is the new way to create your own six-figure per year business, even if you hate selling and know nothing about traffic generation. Look, I know that, when I first started, one of the big things I hated doing was being all salesy, having to sell stuff. Plus, I knew nothing when I first started. I didn't know how to build a website. I didn't know anything about traffic generation. And the great thing is, if you don't know how to do any of that stuff, that's absolutely fine. You can still make this work. So let's get on with everything, and let's get on with the training today. So a little bit about me. So my name is Sarah Starr. I'm known as one of the most successful female internet marketers in the UK. I've got a reputation for being trustworthy, and I'm the creator of over 30 best-selling products in the internet marketing community. That's one of the things I love to do, is creating products for my community. Now, my average affiliate income over the last 5 years has been roughly around $25,000 per month. And that's not how much money I make per month, because I actually make a lot more money than that per month selling like my own products and stuff. But as an affiliate marketer, I'm roughly making about $25,000 in commissions per month. So a lot of people, when they say how much money they make, that's kind of like including, all of their own products and affiliate products and everything else. For me, it's around 25 grand per month. That's on average. So, some months I might only make 10,000 per month. Other months I might make 50,000 per month. But that's roughly the kind of like average amount I make with affiliate marketing. So these are just some of the products which I've created. As you can see, I've got a whole product catalog of different products which I've been creating over the years. I've been at this now since 2008, creating products and doing affiliate marketing. So I've been around a long time, and I'm always at different live events all over the world. And you can always come and meet me. I go to lots of events, things like the Internet Marketers Cruise. I'm off to Infusion Con next month in Phoenix, Arizona. I go to the London Lunch here in the UK. So there's lots of different events I go to, and I love meeting up with people like you at different events around the world. So I love meeting people, and that's why I create products like this to serve the community. So let's get on with the training. So the myths of online selling, or rather just the myths of selling. So I want to ask you a quick question. We've got a picture of a very fast car here on the left-hand side, a Ferrari, I think that is. And then we've got a kind of average Ford family car here on the right-hand side. So I'm guessing that the car on the left-hand side is a very expensive car, probably costs a couple of $100,000. The car on the right-hand side, kind of average family saloon car, or rather, I don't, you know, just a regular car costs about sort of maybe $20,000. So I want to ask you all a question here. Which product here, which car is going to be the hardest car to sell? The $200,000 Ferrari on the left-hand side, or the Ford on the right-hand side? So I want you to type in left or right. Which car is going to be the hardest to sell? The one on the left or the one on the right? So we've got lots of people saying left, 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 of course, left, 200,000 K car. Mary's saying left, 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 Ferrari, Ferrari, of course. Eric saying Ferrari. Deborah saying left, left. Al saying left. Left, of course, Kevin saying. Nicholas is saying left. Okay, lots of people saying. I think one person said the right. Okay, and Daniel's saying left as well. Right. Well, I just want to ask. I'll put it another way then. Now, this is a big misconception when it comes to selling. A massive misconception. So let me put it another way. So the person who goes into a showroom and purchases a Ferrari. Okay, so let's draw a picture of that person. They're a multi-millionaire. They probably have a $200 million yacht. They have, you know, maybe 10 cars. And, you know, for them buying a 200 grand Ferrari, no big deal. They don't need to get a loan. They don't need to get a car loan to buy this car. They just write a check for it, and, you know, they just buy it. So they walk into a showroom. Money is no problem for them. They just want to know when they can get it. So they walk in. They just go, yeah, okay, if that's what I want. They just go, yeah. And the you know, the salesman doesn't have to really do a massive sales job on them. If the millionaire has walked into the showroom wanting a Ferrari and it's sitting there in front of them, price isn't really the issue. Yeah. Have you ever heard the expression, if you need to ask how much it is, you can't afford it? Okay, so think of that. So you've got that millionaire walked into the Ferrari showroom. He knows what he wants, buys things like this all the time. Not exactly going to be hard to sell, is it? Whereas the car on the right-hand side, let's say the local Ford dealership, yeah, a family goes in, and maybe it's going to be, you know, the most expensive thing they've ever purchased. You know, $20,000. That's a lot of money, yeah. It's for, you know, for a lot of people. So that, you know, the family, they walk in, they have a look at the car. They have to think about it. Maybe they're going to need a car loan. This is going to be a big purchase. It's a very big decision. They're going to need to shop around. Maybe they're going to now look online at price comparison sites to see if they can get like some better deal or something. And it's a big decision, and for them, price is like a really big issue. And, you know, for them, they might just say, I need to think about it. I'm going to come back later. Who knows, within sales, who knows what that means? If someone says, I need to think about it, maybe I'll come back tomorrow, who knows what that means? If in a sales situation someone says, I need to think about it and I'll come back, who knows what that means? Okay, so Debbie's saying no. Daniel's saying tire kicker. Yeah, absolutely. So I'll ask you again now. We've got those two different scenarios. Which car is going to be the easier one to sell? Okay, the one on the left or the one on the right? Okay, everybody's saying left, left now, of course. Yes, left. Someone's saying right still. Most people are saying left, though. Everyone's saying left. Yeah, absolutely. So selling a product to a millionaire, to somebody who's already got the money and buys these sort of things all of the time, is a relatively easy thing to do. And this is the same with online selling as well. If we're selling high-ticket products, if we're selling expensive products, but we're only targeting those expensive products to people who can afford them, people who buy this kind of stuff all the time, it's not very hard to sell. And this is why fortunes are being made right now on the internet, particularly with very, very targeted advertising like you can do on Facebook. And we're going to be looking at this throughout this webinar, and this is what this is all about, this webinar tonight. This is all about how we can sell high-ticket products and make commissions, but it's not just selling high-ticket products, guys. This is selling stuff which sells itself, because the only people who are advertising this, only people who are targeting these high-ticket type products are people who buy these things all of the time. Okay, so Joe's just said, aha, absolutely. And you know, some people do buy high-ticket stuff all of the time. I know that now that I make over 7 figures a year, I tend to buy a lot of high ticket stuff myself, and I've always kind of wondered about this. And for some people will always want the highest quality. Some people will always want the most expensive. Some people, there is a set of people, a demographic of people who always want the gold. And those are the people which we want to target with the correct type of products. I just wanted to get that out there because big misconception with selling. People think expensive products must be hard to sell, and they're not necessarily hard to sell. So let's look at some numbers and some different scenarios today. So let's say we want to make 100K per year or 10K per month. I just think that's a really nice round number, 100K per year. And that's what we're going to base the figures on in this webinar today, is making $100,000 per year or 10K per month. If you want to make more than that, obviously you can double up what we're doing. So is that okay if we just go through some different scenarios for putting together a plan for you for making 100K per year? Is that okay if we do that? Just type in a yes if that's okay. Okay, so Dan saying yes, Eric saying yes, Debbie saying yes, lots and lots of yeses coming in. Fantastic, brilliant. Okay, so let's say we want to make 100 grand per year. So what we could do is, let's say we were just selling low ticket products, like a lot of affiliates do. So let's say we were selling $10 products which were paying us, let's say a $10 affiliate commission. So if we were doing that, we would need to sell 1,000 of those products per month to make 10K per month. That's a lot of products you're going to have to sell. That's a huge amount of traffic you're going to have to generate. Okay, so let's move it up a gear. Let's say we were making $500 per commission per sale. Now we only need to sell 20 products to make 10 grand per month. Let's move it up again. Let's say we were making $1,000 commissions per sale. Now we only need to sell 10 products in a month to make 10 grand per month. And let's say we were making $2,000 commissions per sale. Now we would only need to sell 5 products in a month to make $10,000 per month. So we don't actually need that much traffic if we only need to sell 5 products. So I hope you can see this. So, I see this a lot. I see a lot of people doing either selling their own products or doing affiliate marketing, and they're really, a lot of people go straight in at the bottom of the tier, the bottom of the bucket, if you like, and start promoting things that will kind of like make them, like a $10 commission or a $20 commission or something like that. And they build a website and they're trying to go about everything the wrong way. They're trying to get a ton of traffic. And to be honest, to sell 1,000 $10 products, you're going to need an absolute ton of traffic, which is why most affiliate marketers fail. So the secret is low-end products, in fact, do have their place, but most successful product owners do have low-end products, but it's not their entire business. And this is the big distinction. So a lot of people, they'll be promoting those low-end products and they won't promote anything else. Now, you can use low-end impulse type buy products as an easy way to obtain customers so that you can quickly and easily profit from those customers with high ticket sales. So today, you're going to learn a proven blueprint to start earning 100K per year, even if you're a complete beginner. The common mistakes many online entrepreneurs make and how you can avoid making those mistakes, plus how anyone, regardless of skill or experience, can earn a 6-figure annual income using this simple system. So today, what you're going to learn is the secret to millionaire website traffic or millionaire web traffic. Also, how to target the most wealthy people on the internet who are most likely to buy from you. So the secret to, the other thing which we're going to learn is the secret to reverse engineering any competitor's website so that you can ethically steal their traffic and send it to your affiliate offer. Now, this almost guarantees results, so I'm super excited to be teaching this to you today. Now, by the end of this webinar, you're going to have clear, easy instructions so that you can put them into action straight away, and you'll have seen proof that my system works. I'm also going to show you this. I'm also going to show you how you can massively accelerate your online success with an attendee-only special invitation at the end. Now, this is only for people who are really serious about quitting their day job and making a full-time living. And I'll answer all of your questions that you have at the end. And I'll absolutely, I don't mind how long the Q&A goes on for. So if you've got a question, write it down. I'll answer it at the end. I've also got Catherine, my PA, actually. She's on the call as well. She's going to be collating those questions and reading them out at the end to me, and we're going to go through those questions. And I don't mind how long the Q&A lasts for. We can just keep going until every single every single question is answered. Okay, so that you know exactly what you need to do to start making money at the end of this call. Okay. And what you're going to need right now is just grab a pen and paper so you can make notes. I'm not necessarily planning on recording this and making a replay available. Now, the other thing I would say is, keep an open mind. What I'm about to share with you are systems and strategies which are not normally talked about in the internet marketing community. I just want to make sure that you've got no distractions and just a few house rules before we get started with everything. So this is not a get-rich-quick kind of program, and this is not a do-nothing, get paid. So if you're one of those people who just wants, to sort of get-rich-quick, do-nothing, get paid kind of programs, this is not for you. You do need to do some work, I'm afraid. But what I'm going to show you does work. Don't worry, this is not multi-level marketing or anything like that. This is real business. All I'm doing is I'm just going to teach you what I'm doing currently in my business to make money. And like I said, we will do a live question and answer session at the end. We'll run that for as long as you want, and you can ask questions about anything you want to do with internet marketing, plus everything obviously which we've talked about in the class today. Okay, so why is this important to you now? Now, most affiliate marketing stuff that we've learned is dead wrong. I see this a lot, and it kind of really annoys me actually. I go to a lot of like internet marketing seminars and events, and I kind of I'm in quite a lot of internet marketing kind of high-end masterminds, and I see the kind of products that a lot of people in the industry are releasing, and to be honest, I see this a lot. A lot of people are releasing products which have got nothing to do with what they do in their business. And I know this because a lot of these people, I know them, and I see them releasing these products, and I'm thinking, crikey, that's got nothing to do with what you do in your business. And they only release these products because it's kind of like fashionable, if you like, or they know that these products will sell well, and they don't necessarily teach what they're doing in their business. And I see this a lot in affiliate marketing. A lot of people teach kind of stuff which people don't necessarily need to learn. They just teach stuff because they know it sells, and that kind of really annoys me. So a lot of people are buying courses which they don't need to buy. A lot of people are learning stuff they don't need to learn. So if it's all right with you, what we're going to do tonight is just cut all that, all that rubbish out, all that crap out, and I'm just going to teach you the stuff I know works. So you may be thinking, hang on a minute, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? I'm going to say you don't need to do it. I'm just going to show you what works, okay? Most affiliates are making really small amounts of money. Again, this is completely true. A lot of people are going to places like JVZoo and places like this where there are products which will give you like a $10 commission or a $15 commission. Well, what's the point in that? If a product's got a very, very low conversion rate, let's say a 1% conversion rate, and the traffic's costing you $1 per click, and you're only going to make $20 per sale anyway, you're never going to make money promoting those products with paid traffic. So why bother? And I see this a lot. A lot of affiliates are promoting these kind of products, which are low-ticket products, and they're never going to pay the bills that way. You might make some pocket money promoting low-end products, but you're never going to make a substantial income. And I see this a lot. A lot of affiliates making really, really small amounts of money, like $100 a month, or maybe even nothing. A lot of people don't make anything when they try to do affiliate marketing. Most affiliates are spending their lives trying to reverse engineer Google, trying to work out how Google works and trying to spam Google so that they can get their website ranked in Google. And this is called search engine optimization. Now, a quick word on SEO, as it's known. Now, there are people out there who are very good at SEO. I'm not one of them. I spent 6 months of my life trying to work out how search engine optimization worked, and failed. And it's interesting. I go to a lot of events, like I said, and I talk to a lot of high-end marketers, and a lot of marketers say the same thing to me. They spent like a year of their life trying to work out how search engine optimization worked and failed, and then went off and did something else. And I was one of those people as well. And a lot of affiliates kind of get stuck here and think that the only way to make money as an affiliate is to get their website ranked in Google. Not true. In fact, we're not even going to talk about that tonight. Don't need to do that. Complete waste of time as far as I'm concerned. I'm not saying SEO doesn't work, because some people, I'm sure it does, but I've never had any luck doing it. I'm still able to make 7 figures per year, and I don't have to rely on Google at all. So that's really cool. So a lot of people are spending their lives trying to work out how SEO works when they don't need to. And a lot of you struggle with traffic. It seems to be a big problem. A lot of people struggle with traffic generation. So we're going to talk a little bit about traffic generation tonight and the correct way to drive traffic. Fundamentally, because the traffic game has changed, guys. It really has, particularly with social media and everything else. Even, so free traffic has changed, paid traffic has changed, and the whole traffic game has changed completely. So, I just wanted to bring that out there, just so you get an idea of why this is important to you. So is this for you? Well, if you're an affiliate marketer and you want more traffic, then this is definitely for you tonight. If you're spending your nights and weekends slaving away at your computer for little or no income, and you want to stop all that and start making a full-time income online, then this is definitely for you. And if you want to replace your day job, this is definitely for you tonight. If you want to work from home and have an automated income stream, this is definitely for you. And if you want to have that security of knowing that you've got money coming in each day, so that you've got the freedom to travel and do other cool stuff, then this is definitely for you. And for me, this is the big part of it. It's not necessarily about making a lot of money. For me personally, it's more about the freedom. And literally just being able to book a plane ticket and go anywhere I want in the world, as long as there's an internet connection, no problem, I can go. So for instance, next month I'm going to Phoenix, Arizona. Next week I'm off to my house in France. I love traveling, going all over the place. Literally at the drop of a hat, I can do that. And if you're sick of getting those $17 affiliate commissions and you want to start getting $3,000 plus affiliate commissions, this is definitely for you. So let's just have a look at what's possible using the correct system. So this is a screenshot from my autoresponder. This was taken actually just before Christmas. I haven't had time really to update this, but you can see here I send out over 1.3 million emails every single month, which is pretty incredible. I'm amazed that I'm able to do that now. And that is, I'm able now to generate consistent income. I mean, look, you can see here, $1,000 sales continuously coming in, $1,500 sales, just continuously coming in. We've got a one there for £5,000. That's like $8,000 sale there. We've got $2,000 sales there. $1,000 sales there, and these are just coming into my inbox continuously, day after day, week after week. So who would like to see the entire system that got me those results like clockwork? Who would like to see that? Just type in a yes if you'd like to see that. Okay, so Toby's saying me, Dave saying me, Ellen saying me, Joe saying me. Me, Paul saying with a load of exclamation marks. F yeah, somebody's saying. Yes, okay, fantastic. Okay, first, but let me show you how I figured this out. So this is really important. So confessions, yes, I have an advantage over most people. I know most of you are thinking that. I already have a name in the industry, and I've already got an email list. So it must have been easy for me, right? Well, no. Yeah, growing up, I had really low self-esteem, as I'm dyslexic, and this is how I spell dyslexic. I'm so dyslexic, I can't even spell dyslexic. This is how I spell internet marketing. This is how I spell affiliate marketing, and this is how I spell traffic source. And this is just an example. And without a spell checker, this is how I spell stuff. And I find it really hard to write stuff and write emails. However, I still am able to make 7 figures online, even though I'm dyslexic. I just wanted to bring that out because a lot of people think, Ah, yeah, but it must be really easy for you, Sarah. Well, no, it's not. I find it very difficult to read books. I find it very difficult to spell. However, I'm still able to make seven figures. I've had lots of jobs. This is my Woolworths badge. Back in the year 2000, I was working in Woolworths. When I moved house, I actually found my old Woolworths badge. So Woolworths in the UK went bankrupt actually a couple of years ago. So I'm glad I've still got my Woolworths badge. So I used to work in McDonald's. That's my old McDonald's name badge. I was actually a crew trainer. Actually at McDonald's. So I've had lots of jobs like that, working in McDonald's, working in Woolworths, working in different stores over the years, and I just wanted to kind of bring that out there. I haven't always been an internet marketer or come from some sort of marketing background or anything like that. Got no qualifications at all. And I've managed to figure this thing out. This is a picture of me actually in a camera shop that I used to work in back in the 1990s. It's called Jessop's. They've gone out of business now as well, as most camera shops have. Big chain, used to be a big chain here in the UK, and that's me there working at Jessop's. So yeah, and I found that photo actually when I was clearing out my house when I moved house. So I thought I'd throw that in there. Okay, so back in 2007, the credit crunch hit, and I realized that I needed another income stream. So I started looking online for a different way to make money. And I thought, I heard about this internet thing. I knew people on the internet were making money. I'd seen it on the TV, and I knew that there'd been this dot-com boom and all this kind of stuff, and I knew this must be possible. So I started looking for courses, learning stuff. And I tried everything. I tried Google AdWords. I tried building affiliate review websites. I tried doing AdSense. That's where you put Google advertisements on your website and hope that people click on them. I tried selling stuff on eBay. I tried doing loopholes. I even tried doing auto blogging. So, I made some money out of some of them. I think Google AdWords, I did make some money out of that, so that was pretty cool. eBay, I made money from eBay, but eventually I ran out of stuff to sell because I was just selling stuff in my house, like spare stuff. When I ran out of stuff to sell, I stopped making money. Some of the loopholes I tried did work, but then they usually stopped working very quickly. And auto blogging, this was like a fad back in the day, back in like 2010, where you used special plugins on your website to automatically post content, and then you'd put Google advertising on your site and make money that way. And it took me about 6 months to work out how it all worked because it was hugely complex, by which time Google had kind of closed the loophole and it stopped working. So the only other thing which kind of worked out of all of this was Google AdWords. This was the Google advertising platform. And actually, I did have some success with this. So this was back in 2008, and what I was actually doing was I was promoting products from ClickBank. So ClickBank is a digital marketplace where we can promote products as an affiliate. So it's a bit like Amazon, but for digital products. And at the time, I noticed this product called Drive Water, and it was one of the best-selling products on ClickBank at the time. And I was promoting it on Google AdWords. And so I was doing paid advertising directly to this product. And for every kind of $100 I would invest in advertising, I'd make back about $200 in sales. So I was kind of like doubling my money, which was really great. And this carried on for about 3 months. But then eventually the Google slap came, and Google tightened up, and they said that they didn't want affiliates to promote products using the Google AdWords platform. In other words, they didn't want affiliates to do what was called direct linking. And they actually stopped everybody advertising ClickBank products pretty much overnight, and that was the kind of end of that for me. So I decided to go into product creation, and I created some low-end products, sort of $10 products, $20 products, $30 products, etc. Had some success, started selling some products, so that was pretty cool. And I got affiliates to start promoting my products. So I had a small affiliate network. I had a few hundred affiliates promoting my products, which was great, and I was making some really good money with that. And the problem was I was relying on traffic from affiliates I didn't know. So I was letting people promote my products, people I'd never met, people I didn't know. And some of my affiliates, and it turned out it was the people who were based in China and Africa, guess what? they started spamming. They started sending out illegal emails promoting my products. And as a result, I actually got some of my websites shut down. And I very quickly had my websites shut down, and it almost put me out of business because all my product pages were closed down because my affiliates were sending out spam emails, and I got into trouble from that. So the turning point for me was, firstly, I decided to figure this internet marketing thing out. I'd had a taste of success. I knew money could be made, and I'd met other people who'd made money. So what I decided to do was I decided to ignore all the hypey white noise, you know, all those emails you get in your inbox every day. Who gets lots of emails like that in their inbox, you know, every day, like promoting different products from people you've never heard of before, yeah? Okay, so getting lots of people saying, me, yes, absolutely. I actually unsubscribed from all of those emails, and I decided to only learn from people I trusted, or from people who, like I'd met in person, or from people who weren't in those big internet marketing syndicates. And that's what I did. So what are the successful internet marketing business models? Let's have a quick look at this. And this is what I learned. So there's kind of like three, I'll just back up a minute. There's three kind of main ways that we can make money on the internet. So the model one is creating and launching our own product. So we can create our own product and we can launch our own products. Model number two is affiliate marketing. So this is where we don't need to create a product, and we just send traffic to someone else's product, and we get a commission, like a 50% commission or 100% commission or a 25% commission if a sale is actually made. And then online model number three is product licensing and white labeling. So this is where we buy a license to someone else's product, and we can sell that product as our own product, and we get to keep all the money. So those are the three different business models. So let's have a quick look at creating and launching products. Well, the good news is when you create your own product, it creates an asset for your business, and an asset which you can profit from. You get to keep all the money, basically. Now, the bad news is it's not easy to create new products. It's quite difficult to create a product. Now, the more bad news is you have to continuously come up with new products to create. And even more bad news, you depend on other people to promote your products. You know, if you're, if you're, relying on affiliates. So let's forget option one for the moment. And let's have a look at affiliate marketing and promotion. Now, the good news is there's no product to create, no customer service or buying goods, and you just have to drive traffic. That's the only thing you need to do as an affiliate marketer, is just drive traffic. Now, realistically, the bad news is realistically, you do need to have an email list, a responsive email list that needs replenishing if you want to do affiliate marketing. And more bad news, every promotion can lose your best buyers to others. So every time you promote a product as an affiliate, if you have an email list, you're sending your best people over to somebody else, and you can be sure that that person is going to then sell other high-end products to them, and you're not going to get any commissions. Even more bad news, you need a consistent supply of high-quality, big-selling products, and that can be really hard to find a constant supply of high-quality products. And the worst part is it's low commissions. You can end up, losing more money than you make. So, like I said earlier, if you're promoting a product that's like $20, you make $20 in commissions. Most of these kind of products will have like a 1 or 2% conversion rate. So that means if you send 100 people to a sales page, maybe you'll get like one sale. Now, if you're doing paid traffic, it's very difficult to make money with that, because if it's costing you, let's say, $1 per click, which is quite normal in this industry, it's cost you $100 to get 100 people to a sales page, and if only one person's going to buy, you've made $20. So now you've just lost $80. So that's why it's very difficult to make money as an affiliate marketer without an email list, just relying on paid traffic. So what about product licensing and white labeling? Well, the good news is, it's a fast way to get your own products, so that that you can sell at different prices. More good news is that you get to keep all of the profits, which is great. The bad news is that you do need some technical know-how, delivery, website hosting, delivering the product, customer service, etc. And the other problem is it can be quite expensive to acquire the rights to these white label products. So what happened to me after the Google slap? Well, after my setback, I realized that I needed to rethink how I ran my business. And I needed a system which could generate me high income consistently, week after week, month after month. And I needed to be in control of the traffic and be able to turn the traffic directly into profit. And what I needed was a system and a blueprint, a kind of like a step-by-step instructions that were provided, that were proven to work. That's kind of what I really felt that I needed. And I remember this, I was actually in central London at the time, waiting at a train station, and I decided, I was at a train station called Victoria train station, and I decided to get a coffee up at the shopping mall, which is called Victoria Place, which is above Victoria train station. It's one of the central London train stations. And so I went to a coffee shop, which was directly opposite this McDonald's. And I went up there because, believe it or not, this is the McDonald's that I used to work in Victoria Place in central London. So quite often when I'm in the area, I'll quite often just nip in just to have a quick look and remind me of the days when I used to work in McDonald's. And I was sitting there having my coffee, and a light bulb went off in my head because I remembered my days when I used to work there. So I just want to tell you something very quickly. Now, when I worked there back in the 90s, this very store here, was staffed by teenagers and managed by people in their early 20s with little or no experience. And it actually still is, because I was looking at the people who worked there. Now, back in 1993, we were making between £1,000 and £4,000 per hour, 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. So that's like, I mean, back then it was $2 to the pound, so that was like $8,000 an hour. Anything between like $4,000 to $8,000 per hour, working, 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. So how is that possible? Let's just back up a minute. Here's a store that is run by teenagers, and it's a multi-million-dollar store, just this store. Who knows how that's possible? How is it possible that a shop like this can make millions of dollars, and it's run by teenagers and managed by people with no experience? How is that possible? Who can tell me? Okay, so we've got traffic, good traffic. Somebody's saying upsells. Yeah, okay. Okay. Reputable process. They have a product that's in demand. We've had a few people say it. I'm not going to say what they've said, because we've had about 3 or 4 people. I think Paul was the first person to say it, so I won't say what it is. Promotions, and we've had quite a few people now who've said the correct thing with good place. Don't know what that means. Okay, and proven business model. Okay, so we've had quite a few people say the same thing, and that's correct. It's with a lot of people have said with a good system, I think Paul was the first person to say it. Low-paid employees. Yeah, well, yeah, that can be a problem. I was making £3 an hour when I worked there, which was like $6 an hour. I think that's how much I used to make when I worked there. So that was minimum wage. That's below minimum wage now. So yeah, that's how that was possible, and it was possible because of a system, a blueprint, if you like. So in McDonald's, and they still do this now, they have like a manual, if you like, a manual or a system for doing absolutely everything in the business, and they're called operations manuals. And I actually found some examples of them here. And when I worked there, we had them like in folders. I'm sure now they probably got it all on an app or something. It's probably all on a computer or something now, but we actually had them in books and on manuals, and we had VHS videotapes as well with famous people in the tape showing us how to do things. So I remember we had Frank Bruno, the famous boxer. He used to, he did some training videos showing you how to make hamburgers and things like that, and they would have they had manuals on how to make the hamburgers, but they had a manual on how to wipe down a table, a manual on what color mop to use in different areas. So for instance, they have a yellow mop for the toilet, for the bathrooms. They have a red mop for the kitchens, I think it was, and a blue mop for the lobbies. I think that's the way it was. Yeah, I can still remember that to this day, which is crazy. And why is that? Because we had to learn this stuff from a manual. So we had a manual for absolutely everything in the business, and that's how a store like this can be run by people with no experience and get what we call consistent results. time after time. That's how this is possible. In fact, McDonald's, they actually charge $5,000 just for the training manuals if you want to set your own McDonald's up. That's how much they charge just for these training manuals. So that just gives you an idea. And this is a very similar thing with franchised businesses in general, because McDonald's is a franchise business. And this is a kind of a model that most franchise businesses now have followed, is creating manuals for every aspect of their companies to ensure success and assure that you get consistent results. And like I said, McDonald's, they charge $5,000 for £5,000 for their training to use their system, which is about $8,000 for their training if you want to start a McDonald's restaurant up yourself. In fact, like I said, this is a very common thing with franchises in general. And the Franchise Magazine here reports that franchises have a success rate of 91.8%. And that's a very interesting number, because if you flip that around and look at internet marketers, roughly around 90% of internet marketers will fail. And really, I think that the real reason for that is because most internet marketers don't have a clue where to start. They're completely overwhelmed, don't know the information, they don't have the correct manuals. And for me, this was the big aha moment. And for me, I realized that internet marketers, what they needed was a simple system that could be followed, that was proven to work, that had predictable results, and something that was easily automated. I realized that if all internet marketers had that, a simple system like very similar to a franchise, it wouldn't matter if they were a teenager or someone with a lot of marketing experience, they could still make this work. Yeah. So this is the light bulb moment for me, and that's exactly what I did. And that's exactly what every internet marketer desperately needs. In fact, when I used to go along to events, people kept asking me, could I teach them internet marketing? And I realized that I needed to create these manuals to help people. So over the next 3 years, I spent over $200,000 building and testing everything in my business, and eventually I did hit 7 figures. And whenever I went to live internet marketing events and kept speaking to people kept asking me if I could help them and train them, and I decided what I needed to do was put all of my experience, all of my focus into developing a turnkey done-for-you system so that others could generate consistent and guarantee consistent and predictable results. And the results have been absolutely staggering. I never thought I could help so many people quit their day job and make a full-time living online. And this is because I've done all the hard work for them, kind of like a done-for-you system, if you like. So here's what some of my students have said. These are just taken from Facebook. So this is somebody who has joined my program, and within 24 hours they've had 3 product sales. Here's someone else, Jason. He's completely psyched because he's never made any money online before, and he's just had his first ever sale. We've got someone else here saying, wow, he just got a $470 PayPal commission unexpectedly this afternoon whilst chilling out with the family. That's really cool. Someone else here saying they've just received, completely out of the blue, $498.50 commission. So these are the kind of things you see on Facebook every single day with my program. So what's holding you back? Well, the common reasons why most people don't make a full-time living on the internet, and there's 2 kind of reasons. The first one is what you're trying to sell, and the second one is how you're trying to sell it. So these are the 2 common reasons why most people fail. It's what you're trying to sell, and it's how you're trying to sell it. So which products should you be selling? So most internet marketing stuff we've learned about what products to promote is dead wrong, really is. Most internet marketers are making really small amounts of money, which we know. And we know internet marketing works because we've seen successful people. We know that there are people out there who started out with less money than you, with less qualifications than you, and not so well connected. And yet they're still able to bring in 6 or even 7 figures per year. I mean, I've got no qualifications. When I first started, I wasn't connected at all, and I had very little money. However, I've still managed to make 7 figures per year. So why is that? Well, successful people know that all they have to do is provide the right solution to the right bunch of people that need it. I'll say that again because that's a really, really important statement. So successful people know that all they have to do is provide the right solution to the right bunch of people that need it. If you know who your ideal prospect is, and you know exactly and you know exactly what they want to buy, things become much easier. So remember that Ferrari showroom. We know a millionaire who's into Ferraris probably wants to buy a Ferrari, so it's not a very difficult sell, is it? So which products to sell? Does this sound familiar? So we find a product to promote, we build a website, we get little or no targeted traffic, and we make no sales. Who's ever been there before? Okay, so just type in a yes if that's ever been you before. You've maybe tried affiliate marketing, or you found a product to promote, you built a website, you've got no traffic, and you've made no sales. That would be me, Joe's saying. Oh yes, Mark's saying, yeah, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, quite. And it's a bit like here, setting up a shop in the middle of the desert. This, believe it or not, is a real shop, a designer shoe and handbag shop out in the middle of the desert. So yeah, I know this kind of is a bit kind of obvious, but you wouldn't set a shop up in the middle of the desert, would you? So I just want to kind of make that analogy because it's a lot of people, this is kind of what people are doing with affiliate marketing. So let's learn how to do this now. So let's go into a scenario where let's pretend that we're going to sell a product. Okay, so let's pretend we're going to sell a golfing retreat in California that costs $10,000. So it's quite a high-end product. We're going to make a 5K commission for every sale which we do. So it's a $10,000 product. So if we're going to sell that, we need lots of traffic, right? Who thinks we might need a lot of traffic if we're going to sell like a $10,000 golfing retreat in California? Yeah. Okay. Someone's saying no. Absolutely. Yes. Tony's saying. Okay. So maybe not. No. Yes. Of course, we're going to need lots of traffic. So okay. So let's look at 2 different traffic scenarios. So scenario 1, we're going to get what I would call an unlimited, very, very inexpensive form of traffic. So you go to some website and they say penny clicks. You can get really, really cheap traffic here, and it's traffic which is Chinese teenagers living in China. Okay, so that's your traffic source. You can get millions of people for free or very, very little money. So that's option 1. Option 2 is quite expensive traffic. Yeah, maybe it might even cost you $2 or $3 a click, but these people are members of an exclusive golf club that costs $10,000 a year to be a member. Okay, so you can target number 1 or number 2. Which one are you going to target? Just type in 1 or 2. Okay, yeah, everybody's saying 2. Of course, 2. Everybody, yeah, okay, so everybody's saying 2. Yeah, absolutely. So this is obvious here, but this is where a lot of people go wrong with affiliate marketing. They kind of go for option 1, and I see this a lot. A lot of people go to things like traffic exchanges, penny clicks, and these places which are offering them really cheap traffic sources without thinking where the traffic comes from. I mean, to be honest, even if you stood outside the damn golf club, which costs 10 grand a year to join, and handed out flyers, you're going to do a better job than targeting Chinese teenagers. Yeah, I hope you can just see that. And I just wanted to bring that out there just to really hammer that point home. So let's have a quick look at Facebook and see how we can make this work. So we're going to look at Facebook, and I'm sure you're all familiar with Facebook. If you're not, this is the Facebook timeline. And I'm just going to outline an example of an advert on Facebook, and you might have seen things like this before. And this is what we call a promoted post or a sponsored post, or they have lots of different names, but this is like an advert, typical advert which you get on Facebook. That was one of my adverts. This is Mike Fulsane's advert here. I've outlined it in red just so that you can see it. So we can advertise on Facebook like this, and these types of adverts aren't very expensive. Now the great thing about this is that we need to know how to target the correct people so that you can maximize your profits. And the great thing is this is really, really easy. So yes, we can run an advert like this, but it's no good if those Chinese teenagers are seeing it. We want people who are most likely to, let's say we're selling that golf thing, yeah? So if we're selling that golf thing, we want to target people who are interested in golf, but we also want to target people who can afford the thing, yeah? So the great thing is that we can, with Facebook, we have this tool, it's a free tool available in Facebook called the Audience Insights tool. Now the great thing about this tool is we can really laser target who sees our advert. So on the left-hand side, look, I'm targeting different countries at the top left. So if let's say we're doing this Californian thing, maybe we would only want to send our promote our product to people who lived in America, or people who lived on the West Coast, or people who lived in near the golf course. Yeah, so we can do that. You can even target down to a city. So you could say, I only want to target people who live in California, for instance. If I'm selling an internet marketing products, I probably would only want to target people who lived in America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, England, countries like that. We can then target the age, so we can say only people over the age of 40 or over the age of 50. We could just target men or women. And by the way, this is 100% accurate, because to have a Facebook account, you need to put in all this information when you set the account up. Yeah. We can also target by interest. So look, I put there sports and outdoors. So I've put golf, people who are interested in golf. Now this is where it gets really interesting. Look, down here underneath financial, we can actually target our advert at people who make over $75,000 a year. We could actually even target our advert at people who make over 100K per year. And this is pretty incredible, because you may have, there's been, I don't know about America, but in the UK there's been quite a lot of stuff in the news recently about data protection, about people, about Facebook using all this data. But the great thing is that we can take advantage and cash in on this. What actually happens is, if you've got a bank account, maybe you've got a mortgage, you've probably got a credit card. And with all these things, when you get a credit card, when you open a bank account, when you get a store card, when you have a mortgage, there's all those pages of terms and conditions, right, which very, very few people read. You try and skim through as much as you can, but in that it says that they can sell all this information, all your purchase history, all the things that you do, they sell all this information. And these big data aggregators are the people who buy this information from the banks, from the credit card companies, from the store loyalty cards, from from the mobile phone companies. All this information is sold. And people like Facebook now buy this data, and they cross-reference it, they match it up to people's Facebook accounts, so that advertisers like us can cash in on it. So it's 100% accurate. So we can target like men over the age of 50 who live in California, who are interested in golf, that earn over 100 grand a year, and drive a Mercedes. You can actually do that, which is pretty incredible. And when you can do that, it suddenly becomes much easier to sell products which are super targeted to the correct people. So this is all about targeting. So we can actually set up an advert on Facebook, but to be honest, setting up the advert isn't, to be honest, the difficult part. It's very easy to set up an advert on Facebook, but the targeting of that advert is the most important part. And this is the beauty now of Facebook advertising, is the fact that we can target the correct person. So we can, if we're selling, let's say, that Ferrari, we can target someone who can afford it, who's into Ferraris, that earns over 100 grand a year, and it becomes much easier to sell. And this is why fortunes are being made right now on Facebook with Facebook advertising. I'm sure this won't be around forever, but right now a lot of people are cashing in on this, and for me personally, I've made an absolute fortune from this. This one simple strategy has generated me well over 100 grand in extra profits this year alone, which is absolutely crazy, really. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is reverse engineering any competitor's website so that you can ethically steal their traffic and send it to your affiliate offer. Now, this almost guarantees results, guys. Now, this is something I've never seen anyone else teach, and this is a kind of a little trick here, which not a lot of people know that you can do. So let's just go and find a product. So I've just gone to ClickBank here, which is an affiliate network, and I'm just going to search for a product. And I've just got to come here to health and fitness, search for the most popular product, one of the best-selling products that I know. This product here is doing well over 7 figures per year. And we know that because I've sorted the results by gravity, which is an indication of how many affiliates have made a sale within the last 2 weeks. And we can see here the gravity is 226. So we know that they have 226 successful affiliates. So that doesn't mean they've had 226 sales, that just means they've got 226 affiliates who had at least one sale. So some of those affiliates might have had hundreds of sales. So yeah, so this is a very, very popular product. The one at the top here, the 3-week diet plan. If we go to the website here, the 3-week diet plan. So let's say we want to promote this product. So what we want to do is we want to go out there and find the successful people who, where does the 3-week diet plan get their traffic from? This is a multi-million-dollar product. We know affiliates are making money with it. How are they doing it? Where are they getting their traffic from? Okay, so let's go and have a look. So we can come over here to this website called SimilarWeb. And this is a free website to use. We can put the website URL into this website and click go. And we can see that this website's getting over 666, so over 500,000 views per month. This website's getting. We can see most of the traffic's coming from America, so that's pretty cool. However, if we scroll down the page, we can actually see where their advertising's coming from, which is pretty incredible actually. So we can see where they're advertising. Where are these guys getting their traffic from? And we can have a look and we can see one of the websites. So if we click on, we can see here weightlossrapid102.com is one of those sites. And sure enough, if we go to that website, we can see a banner at the top of the website, and that's where this website's getting most of its traffic from. So I say ethically steal, but all we need to do is we need to go and buy similar banner space on this website, and now we too can get the same traffic to the same offer. All we need to do is outbid these guys or put a similar banner on the same website, and we're almost guaranteed results. Now, this one simple strategy has generated me a massive edge over my all of my competition, and it really is that simple. You go and find a successful product that's been around for a while. You do a little bit of reverse engineering. You find, you go and find the places where they're advertising. You then just, you find out where that banner space is being sold, and you just go and buy yourself a similar banner on the same website, and this pretty much guarantees results. So getting targeted traffic on the internet is relatively easy, guys. It's not a difficult thing to do. We can do this with Facebook, like I just showed you. You can do pretty much the same thing now with Google AdWords with the targeting, which I just showed you. We can do the same with email traffic, where we buy email traffic, and that's called solo ads. We can even target very precisely now on YouTube. So we can target people who live in certain countries over a certain age with a certain income bracket on YouTube as well, and media buying. That's just banner advertising, like I just showed you. And these are all, and we can, with all of this, we can reverse engineer competitors' traffic. This is something I teach in my training course, Traffic Secrets, which I don't actually sell this course. This is a course which is available only for my top-end mentoring students. But I just wanted to kind of give you a little bit of that training so you can get an idea of how that kind of reverse engineering works. So, how you sell it. When you first start out, it can be really hard to get started. I know what it's like when you first get started. You need to be a good copywriter to write sales copy that converts. Really hard. To have sales pages written, for instance, can cost tens of thousands of dollars. I spent over $10,000 having some of my sales pages created. You need to be able to create high quality front end offers. You need to know how to create sales funnels and OTOs. You need to create multiple high-ticket offers, You need a merchant account to accept Visa and MasterCard. It took me over a year to get my merchant account. You need professional shopping cart software. You need specialist scripts and software. You need a telephone sales team to sell your high-ticket products, and you need to have a customer support system. And the list is endless, so it's not surprising that very, very few people end up with an elite system like this. And sometimes you can just feel a little bit overwhelmed, like this poor woman here. Who's ever felt like this woman here, completely overwhelmed, not knowing where to start? Who's ever felt like that before? Yeah, okay, so we're getting lots and lots of yeses. Yes, that's me, Dominic saying. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I know exactly what you're like. I know exactly what that's like. Yes, Joe's saying, I feel like that right now. Daniel saying, yes. Okay, so what's the secret sauce, Sarah? Targeted traffic plus proven conversions equals success. So if we send targeted traffic to a product that has proven conversions, that's something that we know converts well, we're going to get success. So really, the bottom line is that is the secret to making money on the internet. So I'm going to go through a few components here of my sales funnel and just explain how I put this all together. So component number one is where we have a high converting squeeze page. So this is like an opt-in page where we give something away for free. Component number two is having multiple high converting front end offers. So these might be $20 products, $30 products. Component number three is having multiple upsells and OTOs. So this is where we ask people if they would like, so as an example, in McDonald's, we ask people if they want fries with that or if they want a large meal. When you book an airplane ticket now, they upsell you on, they charge you extra if you want to decide which seat you sit in. Yeah. We need to have a number of high-priced back-end offers. And component number five is having a telephone sales team to sell the high-ticket stuff. So the first thing we have in our sales funnels is a product like this where we give this away for free. So this is the first thing we do. So I just want to ask you all a quick question here. Who here thinks they could give this product away for free? So if I said to you, your job as an internet marketer, you're going to get paid if you do this, by the way. So your job is to give this product away for free, and you'll get paid. Who thinks they could give this product away for free if they're going to get paid for it? Yeah, okay. So Daniel's saying yes, of course. Joe's saying me. Tony's saying Nicola's saying all the time. Yes, Nicola's saying absolutely. Kenneth is saying yes, of course I could. Dominic's saying. Mary's saying, yeah, I could do that all day long. Yeah, absolutely. So we give a product like this away for free. Then immediately after they've opted in, they see a one-time offer. You may have seen these before. This is a low-ticket offer where we offer them something for $12 so we can try and get them to become a buyer as quickly as possible. Then in my sales funnel, I then offer them ever-increasing in price products, so products which become more and more expensive. We then do an email follow-up sequence where we sell a whole range of products from $30 all the way up to $1,000, and we even sell them $10,000 coaching in the back end. And we do that over the phone, simply because selling $10,000 coaching and also $25,000 coaching isn't the sort of thing you can sell on a sales page. You kind of need to do it on the phone. So just a quick recap. We have a high converting squeeze page. We have multiple high converting front end offers. We have multiple upsells and OTOs. We have a number of high price back end offers, and also have a telephone sales team selling that all. Now, I just want to show you what the elite are doing right now. So we have some different products here based at different kind of tiers. And at the bottom here, we have our low-end, low-price, entry-level products. So these are the sort of $10 products, $20 products. The mid-range products, maybe the $100, $200 products. The mid-range, high-range products, the $1,000 products, maybe the $2,000 products, and then the high-ticket stuff, 5K products, 10K products, 25K products. In fact, some marketers, people like Dan Kennedy, they have products going up to 100K and beyond. Tony Robbins has a lot of 100K products and things like that. Now, as an affiliate, this is the kind of level which you'll normally be stuck at. So as an affiliate marketer, you're probably only ever going to get commissions for the kind of low-end $10 product, $20 products. Sometimes you might get a commission on the $100 products or the $200 products, but really that's where it's going to be capped. However, obviously most of the money is made here. So most of the money in this industry is made selling the $1,000 products, the $2,000 products, the $20,000 products, the $100,000 products. This is where most of the money is made. However, affiliates very, very rarely make money selling those high ticket products. So making 100K per year. So remember, to make 100K per year, we could sell 10,000 $10 products, 1,000 $100 products, 100 $1,000 products. So I just wanted to quickly just show you that. So in my funnel, to make 100K per year, this is how we do it. We send traffic to a page like this, where we give something away for free. Typically, a page like this, we will get roughly around a 40 to 50% conversion rate. So if we send, that just means if we send 100 people to a page like this, about 40 of those people will actually end up in the sales funnel. So 40 of those people will click on the download now button and put their email address in to get this free product. So we get, on average, a 40% conversion rate. Once those people enter into the funnel, we end up with 40 new contacts. So we send 100 people here, we end up with 40 new contacts in the funnel. Out of those 40 contacts, we make 4 $12 sales, 1 $100 sale, and 1 $1,000 sale per week. And if we add that up, that's how I'm currently making $105,000 per year from just sending 100 people a day to one of those pages where I'm giving something away for free. So I just give 40 free products away a day, and I'm making 100 grand a year simply by giving 40 products away for free. And that's how I'm able to consistently get results like this, where I'm making, $1,000 commissions, $2,000 commissions, $5,000 commissions, $10,000 commissions. So today, what I want to do is give you the opportunity to have my entire business and use it for yourself this year to make a lot of money with me. So I call this my licensed partner team. Now, not only am I going to give you my entire business to use for yourself, I'm going to mentor you on an ongoing basis to ensure that you become successful using my system. So let me just quickly explain. So in the UK, and it's the same in the States, if you want to start a Starbucks, you have to pay roughly around, you have to show 500K's worth of liquid assets, plus you have to pay a service fee plus a marketing spend. For a McDonald's, it's going to cost you anything between 125 and 325,000 pounds. That's almost $500,000. Plus they charge you a franchise fee of $30,000, plus a service fee, plus a marketing spend. Then they charge you £5,000 rather, just for their training. With a KFC, I think you have to show at least £1 million worth of liquid assets if you want to start a KFC in the UK. So that's currently how the franchises work. So what if you had my entire sales funnel, the high converting front end evergreen products and all the OTOs? What if you had my high-end products ranging from $200 to $10,000, with all my high converting offers? And what if you were able to use my complete business setup, my merchant accounts, shopping cart, customer support team, telephone sales team, and what if it was all done for you? Now, what if you got to keep 100% of the income from the front-end products, obviously minus processing charges from people like Visa and MasterCard? And what if you got to keep 50% of the commissions of the OTOs and the back-end sales for the lifetime of the customers, like the high-ticket sales in the back end? And what if you got paid 50% commissions of high-ticket sales ranging from $200 to $10,000? How would that change things? And remember, guys, you all said you could give this product away for free, and as a licensed partner team member, that's all you have to do. You just give the front-end products away for free. So all we're doing is we're sending traffic to a page like this. Remember that targeted traffic? We're sending targeted traffic to people we know are interested in this stuff we send 100 people to a page like this. 40 of those people end up in the sales funnel. From that, we get 4 $12 sales per day, 1 $100 sale per day, and 1 $1,000 sale per week. And that brings in $105,780 per year. So from just 4 sales a day, your monthly income could be around $8,815 a month. That's over $105,000 a year, plus 50% of all future sales. So this massively simplifies everything for you. So now we've removed all the reasons to fail. As a licensed partner team member, all you have to do is drive traffic to the entrance of the funnel. That's it. That's the only thing you need to do, where you give these products away for free. We've got a number of different free products which you can give away for free. That's all you need to do. Just give stuff away for free, and then the sales funnels behind do all the work for you. I also, for my licensed partner team members, provide ongoing live coaching. So every month I host live coaching webinars for licensed partner team members, and every month I share the latest traffic generation techniques with you so that you can make even more money, because it's in my interests that you are successful. If you are successful, I'm successful, and that's why I teach all my licensed partner team members all the latest traffic techniques. And remember, McDonald's, they charge over £5,000 to use their training. Now, as a licensed partner team member, you get all of my front-end funnel products, my Inside AdSense program, my Beginner's Blueprint program, my video marketing workshop course, my traffic mastermind, my marketing graphics collection, my income blueprint workshop, my product creation mastermind, and the Replace My Day Job workshop videos. And plus you get further income boosts. Any new product which I create, I'll be splitting the revenue with you 50-50. I'm continuously adding new products to my sales funnel. When I put on live events and workshops and sell products from the back of the room, you're still going to get your 50% commission. So the way this works, guys, is if you refer a customer and they opt in to get one of those free products, and let's say they don't buy any products, and then let's say 2 years later that person ends up at one of my, let's say, my workshops and buys a $2,000 product, you're still going to get a $1,000 commission because that person is tracked to you for life. So this is what we call a lifetime customer. So if you refer customers to one of those free products, they opt in. As soon as they've opted in, they're kind of locked in as your customer, and anything that person buys from now on, you're going to get commission, whether it's today, tomorrow, next year, or even in 10 years' time. So here's what you're going to get. You're going to get the done-for-you list building system. That's valued at $1,997. You're going to get the done-for-you front-end offers. That's valued at $4,997. You're going to get the done-for-you upsell offers. That's valued at $4,997. You're also going to get license rights to my sales funnels. That's valued at $4,997. You're going to get live coaching every single week. That's valued at $4,000. Plus, you're going to get the lifetime customer tracking and commissions. That's priceless, guys. So this really is a real business, because you just refer the customers once, and anything they purchase from now on in, you're going to get a commission on. Me and my team making you those high-ticket coaching sales. So that's a total value of over $30,000. So if all this did was give you the freedom to work from home and live life on your own terms, would it be worth it, guys? And if all this did was created an income of 100 grand per year, would it be worth it? And if all this did was gave you that security of knowing that you've got money coming in each and every day so that you can provide for your family, would it be worth it? So what I'm going to do today is I'm not going to charge you $30,000. I'm not even going to charge you, $9,998. I'm not even going to charge you $4,998. Now, the licensed partner team is not publicly available. This isn't a public program. I wouldn't just let anybody use my multi-million-dollar system and also use my full-time team without checking that they're serious first. So it's by application only. I've been stung with this in the past, like I said, working with people I didn't know. So the license partner team, we only work with people who we know are going to be a good fit. And for people who are serious, who are actually going to take action and do stuff and do it correctly. So we charge $2,497 to join the license partner team. But I had a word with Ty last week about this, and he said, could I offer something special just for his people? And I said, yeah, of course. So what I've decided to do just for Ty's members is to offer a $500 scholarship. So this is for quick action takers only, a VIP scholarship. I can only do this for the first 10 people. So if you apply today, you can get in today for just $1,997. Now, here's what I want you to do next. I want you to go to licensepartnerteam.com/now. Now, you can't actually purchase this product from that page because we don't want to take your money. We want to talk to you first on the phone to make sure you're the right fit, A, to make sure you can afford the license partner team, but B, to make sure you're the right sort of person who we want to work with and the sort of person we know is going to be successful using this system. So what we're going to ask you to do is go to licensepartnerteam.com/now and make a real person deposit of $100. So just give a deposit of $100 so that we know that you're serious. And then you'll be asked to fill in a really, really short questionnaire, just some quick questions about you, what you've done in the past, and what you want to, what you would like to do. And then you can book in a phone call with one of my team members in my office, and we can have a very quick chat to you on the phone, find out what you'd like to learn, how you'd like to learn, and to make sure that you're the right fit for the license partner team. And if you are the right fit, you can sign up right there and then. You can book the best time of the day after you've made your deposit. You'll have access to the online calendar where you can book the best time of day for your application phone call. So if you go to licensepartnerteam.com/now. So I've made making money for you really, really simple. I'm going to let you use my system. I'm going to show you how to drive traffic. And remember, that's the only thing, guys, that you need to do. The system will make you sales automatically. My team will call your customers and make you those four-figure paydays. And I'm going to mentor you on an ongoing basis from now on, because I know that, to be successful, you need to know the latest traffic techniques. Plus, very similar to McDonald's, I know that, for you to be successful, you need the latest training. And if you're successful, I'm going to be successful. So as a license partner team bonus, you're also going to receive a quick start coaching phone call with myself. And I do this just to ensure that you get the correct information and to make sure that you know exactly where to start. Now, you're also going to receive 2 coaching one-on-one phone calls per month. And you're also going to get access to the Facebook group. And we do this all because, unlike other programs, we actually want to speak to you on the phone. We want to coach you one-on-one to make sure that you're successful. When we speak on the phone, probably later this week or next week, with me personally, I'm going to set up an action plan for you to put into action over the next 7 days. If you put that into action, you will make a sale within the next 7 days. Simple as that. So if you want to make 100% commissions, make 50% commissions on high-ticket products, learn how to drive traffic, and remember that's the only thing which you need to do, have me and my team call your customers and make you those four-figure paydays, mentor you on an ongoing basis, go to licensepartnerteam.com/now and be up and running and making sales all within 28 days. So if you go to licensepartnerteam.com/now. Now I've got a couple of bonuses which I'm going to throw in with the license partner team. I've got my brand new Facebook training programs. Remember when I was showing you that kind of targeting stuff with Facebook, and someone was actually asking me, how do you actually set up a Facebook ad? I saw in the chat box. Well, I've created a brand new training program called The Face of Traffic, and you're going to get access to that training program for free if you join the license partner team. This is a program I don't currently sell. I'm probably going to be planning on selling this later in the year. It's going to be a high-ticket course, but you're going to get access to that course completely for free if you join the licensed partner team today. Now, as an extra bonus, you're going to get access to my Traffic Secrets course, 20 of my most profitable traffic secrets. You're going to get access to that. And you're also going to get access to the licensed partner team Facebook group. And in this group, you can talk to other licensed partner team members who are currently doing, $10,000, $20,000 a month. And you can ask them, any questions you like, and ask them, how they get in their traffic. And we're all very open in that group. And you'll see people in there posting when they make sales, and you can, quiz them on how they've actually made a sale, and etc. So, if you want a done-for-you list building system, if you want, the done-for-you front-end offers, done-for-you upsell offers, 100% commissions on front-end sales, 50% commissions on back-end sales, license rights to my sales funnels, live coaching every single week, a quick start coaching phone call with myself, Sarah Starr, 2 coaching one-on-one phone calls per month, lifetime customer tracking and commissions, me and my team making those high-ticket coaching sales for you, a further 50% commissions on new back-end products I create, free website hosting for life, by the way, we're also chucking that in, the Face of Traffic training program, 20 of Sarah Starr's traffic secrets, and also access to the Facebook group.
Across here, we're at Chambers Restaurant in Shoreham by Sea, which is just down the road from where I live, and I've had lunch with the amazing Sarah Starr today, and we've been celebrating because I joined Sarah's licensed partner team about 1.5 years ago, and I've been consistently making commissions that I totally don't expect, and they turn up month after month. But last weekend, Sarah contacted me and said that I just made $5,000 in commission that I had no idea about. Basically, I was going through a bit of a personal life meltdown crisis weekend, but the good news was I was making money at the same time, and that was a really nice feeling. So yeah, Sarah just came down, we had lunch, and we've been celebrating. So thanks very much, Sarah. Highly recommend your licensed partner team. Everybody that I put through to you gets looked after really well. I know the products are fantastic, and I have no hesitation in recommending you.
So that's Nicola Cancross, who does very, very well with the licensed partner team. So you've watched this entire presentation. You want an easy way to make money, and this is of excellent value, and you want to take advantage of the incredible discount and the amazing bonuses. So if you go to licensedpartnerteam.com/now. So this is a picture of me and my wedding, and I've got an arrow pointing down here to a gentleman sitting there. His name is Martin Avis. And remember when I said when I first started I wanted to ignore all that white noise, all those junk emails that come in every day, and I unsubscribed from everyone's list? Well, Martin's emails were one of the few people, Martin was one of the few people I actually listened to, and one of the people I didn't unsubscribe from. I learned an awful lot from Martin. So I actually invited him to my wedding. You can probably see there at the back of the bus there, Rob Cornish as well. I invited them to my wedding. And in fact, Martin Avis was one of the first people to join the licensed partner team, and he gave me this amazing testimonial. So Martin said, "I've known Sarah for some years now and watched with delight her development from a wide-eyed newbie to one of the most switched-on marketers around. Her products are bestsellers, so when I heard that she was launching the licensed partner team, I was one of the first people to join. I joined licensed partner team, and in my first month, with very little effort on my part, I made $8,000. The licensed partner team is unique. Sarah is effectively working for you. You send the traffic, she takes care of the rest. If there's an easier way to make regular income online, I have yet to find it." Now, one of the things I love to do with licensed partner team members is when they make their first $1,000 day, I phone them up on the telephone. I love to speak to people on the phone when they've done their first $1,000 day, and I just want to play you one of those calls right now.
Hello.
Hi, Paul. It's Sarah Starr speaking here from the licensed partner team.
Oh, hello, Sarah.
Hello. I'm just calling you up to let you know that last week you had 2 $1,000 days in a row, actually. So you did over $2,000 last week in sales.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's probably my first $1,000 day, and then 2 of them.
So how does it feel?
Great.
How does it feel to actually make $1,000 in a day and do it 2 days in a row?
really good.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations for that, and I just really wanted just to let you know and just say congratulations for doing that, and I look forward to calling you again regularly to tell you that you've done like $1,000 days. Yeah.
Thank you. So do I.
Absolutely.
Can't come soon enough.
Yeah. So that's
great.
That's really
Thanks
great.
so much.
That's no problem at all, and I look forward to working with you in the future.
Hello?
Hello, could I speak to Graham, please?
Oh, hello. Yes, it's Graham Ridgewell.
It's Sarah Starr speaking here from Sarah Starr Business School.
Oh, wonderful. Great.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing very well. Well, I'm calling you up just to let you know that I've just paid you a commission check yesterday of, let me just have a look. Wow, of $2,887.
Oh, wonderful. My God. I could pay off a few bills, eh?
Fantastic. So how are you doing with the licensed partner team right now? How are things working out for you?
Very good. I've had a steady flow of income. It's actually starting to work out for me, as you can tell by the size of the payment.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, Graham, thank you so much, and thanks for being part of the licensed partner team, and congratulations on your commissions. And I can see that you've earned so far over $5,000, which is fantastic. And yeah. I look forward to giving you kind of larger commission checks every single month moving forward.
That would be really good. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you very much, Graham.
Okay. Bye.
Now, those are the sort of calls I make every single week, and I just love making those calls to licensed partner team members. So all you need to do now is just go to licensedpartnerteam.com/now, and you can sign up right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to unmute Catherine. Catherine, can you just unmute yourself, please? And we will just... Hello, are you there, Catherine?
Hello.
Hello. Right, so we're just going to open up for Q&A now. I'm just going to put the website link actually in the chat box for everybody. So there we go. So I've just put the actual link in the chat box for everybody. So there it is. Hopefully you can all see that. And if you've got any questions now, please do type them into the question box. And I can see we've got quite a few questions come in, Catherine. So if you, so this is Catherine. Hi, Catherine. How are you doing?
Hello. Good afternoon, Sarah. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. Very well. So Catherine's part of my team here at Sarah Starr Business School, and she helps me run the licensed partner team. And she's been having a look at all the questions in the chat box and collating those. So yeah.
Yes, the first question. Quite a lot of people have asked it, and they are saying, what support would newbies get? You know, if they start off and they don't know anything at all about internet marketing, what support do they get once they've purchased the licensed partner team?
Yeah, that's a really good question, because quite often when you start a program, you know, that can be a problem if someone just gives you like a bunch of videos or something and just told to get on with it, and to be honest, that's why a lot of people fail. Now with the licensed partner team, we really like to work with people as much as possible, and we have people at all different levels. We have people who are complete beginners and people who are quite experienced. And you know, we will actually, you know, speak to you on the phone, help you out, you know, face to face or you know, over you know, Skype video if you want, to help you succeed with this. So we give you as much support as you need. Now, some people don't need much support because, to be honest, with the licensed partner team, it's quite simple. All you're having to do is just drive traffic. So we've kind of cut out a lot of the complexity that comes with internet marketing, like, you know, creating websites, learning how to create products, email list building. You don't need to do any of that. The only thing you need to do is drive traffic, and that's all we teach. And if you want help with driving traffic, we'll certainly do that. So we do that via live webinars. We do that via, you know, speaking to you on the phone, not group chats, like person to person on the telephone. You can send emails into our help desk if you want to. We can speak on Skype. That's absolutely fine. You can speak to me personally, and we also run live events in the States and here in the UK as well. So you can come along to those as well. So we offer all sorts of different support. Obviously, it's different for each person, but we like to tailor that to you exactly when we speak to you, first of all, on the phone, to to find out what kind of help and support you're going to need to ensure that you get the success.
Thank you, Sarah. Could you clarify the price again? There's a few people, it says the price is $100 on the website.
Yeah, so the $100 is for the application fee. So the actual price to join the licensed partner team today, it's normally $2,497. I've done a deal with Ty, and what we're doing is we're offering a $500 scholarship today, which is $500 off the normal price, just for 10 people. So that's $2,000. Now, we don't let people buy the product straight from a sales page because we feel that we need to talk to you on the phone to make sure you're the right fit. We want to only work with the top people. We don't sell this normally. That's why you don't see this webinar being pouted around. I don't do joint venture webinars normally with people. I very, very rarely do those. I don't speak on stage all around the world promoting this at all. We only have this is a very small program. We only want to work with a very, very select few people. And as a result, this is not an open program. So if you want to join the licensed partner team, it's by application only. You pay $100. You book your phone call, you speak to one of my staff. If we feel you're the right fit, no problem, you can come on board right there and then. We just do that to make sure that you're the right kind of person to work with us, and you're going to get the most out of it. And we do that because with all of our licensed partner team members, it's a very interactive process. We like to speak to you on the phone, we like to coach you personally. And this is really kind of like a coaching program, really, and we want to make sure you're the kind of person we know is going to get results.
Thank you, Sarah. John says, do you offer any sort of payment plan?
Unfortunately, we don't, John, simply because it's massively oversubscribed, the licensed partner team, and like I said, this isn't an open program to everybody. And I don't sell this from stage all around the world, like I said, and I don't do webinars normally like this with lots of people. I've just done this today because Ty's been asking me literally for years to do a webinar with him about this, and I finally agreed to do it. And so we have a lot of people wanting to join the licensed partner team. We quite rarely open it up, actually. So as a result, we don't offer payment plans because we've got enough people who want to join, and we can only take a limited amount of people in and work with a limited amount of people. If you want to do a payment plan, I recommend that you can use a credit card and do it that way. To be honest, that's what I did when I first started. I used a credit card to purchase my first product, which was a $2,000 product when I first started. So that's what I'd recommend that you do if you want to join the licensed partner team. And if that's something you need a little bit of time, let us know on the call, and we can guide you through that.
Thank you. Debbie M says, what kinds of products are we selling?
Okay, that's a good question. They're all internet marketing products. This is based at the internet marketing niche, make money online niche. It's a great niche to be in because it's pretty much recession proof. So even when there's a recession on, like we've just had, to be honest, making just as much money, there's always going to be people who want to make money. There's always going to be people who want to make money on the internet. So it's a very, very easy thing to sell. It's probably one of the easiest niches to make or niches rather to make money in. So it's internet marketing.
Thanks, Sarah. Marek says, is it working out? Well, it actually says, is it working outside Oz? I think it probably means the US.
Yes, this works in any country in the world. We've got a lot of people based in the UK, obviously. We've got people in America, Canada, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand. We've got people in Japan. We've got people in Singapore, and there's probably other countries as well that I've missed out. But yeah, this will work pretty much anywhere. And we've got successful licensed partner teams members in most countries in the world now, which is pretty incredible. Yeah,
and you've got to remember as well that quite a lot of the licensed partner team members travel.
Yes,
some
absolutely.
of us travel 2 or 3, 4 months a year regularly, and some more than that. All it needs is an internet connection. I can do it from my phone and an internet connection.
Yes, absolutely.
Thanks, Sarah. So Richard says, a great question here. How soon after I purchase can I start driving traffic?
Brilliant. So after, obviously, you've got to have your application call. If you decide to join at that point, you can start driving traffic straight away. And we've had people who have joined, and within a couple of hours of joining, they've had their first sale. And you may think, well, how is that possible? Well, if we kind of rewind back to the McDonald's and the franchise thing, how is that possible? How can a bunch of teenagers who can barely even get up at the right time in the morning, you know what they're like, teenagers, how can they run $1 million company? For the same reason, we've got manuals. We show you exactly what to do. You join, and we just say, okay, you just need to do these 3 things, and you're going to get a sale. And people who actually take action and do those 3 things will get the sale. And that's why we have such high success rate. That's why most people who join the licensed partner team have a sale in their first 7 days. So when you join, you can start driving traffic straight away. Some people prefer to wait until they've had their phone call with me, which is cool if you want to do that. Or you can just go straight into the training and drive traffic straight away. But after you've joined the licensed partner team, you can book your coaching phone call with myself. And during that call, I will tailor a plan that's just right for you. And the plan is different for each person, because some people might have a lot of experience. Some people might have their own email list. Some people might have no experience at all. So we tailor different plans for different people to ensure that they get success with this very early on.
Thanks, Sarah. Tim says, have you got plans for new and higher priced products?
Yeah, absolutely. We're bringing out new and higher priced products all of the time. We've got we've got $2,000 products, we've got $1,000 products, we've got $5,000 products, we've got $10,000 products, we've now just got brought into development $25,000 products. So yeah, we've got continuously new products being added all the time. So yes, we've got the whole spectrum covered there.
Thanks, Sarah. Debbie M says, do you give training about free websites to advertise on, or is it all paid traffic?
That's a really good question, Debbie. And yes, we do give training on that. So our training is kind of divided into 2 kind of main sections. So we have the whole paid traffic side of things, which is like Facebook advertising, Google advertising, etc. And we do cover that in great detail. And that's really good for people who maybe they've got like a full-time job and they don't have a lot of time to spend on traffic generation, so they just want to pay some money to generate some traffic quickly and get some very fast results. And then we also have a load of training, which is what we call free traffic techniques. So this is stuff that you don't have to spend money on, but you do need to spend a little bit of time to generate the traffic. So yes, we provide training on free websites to advertise on, and a whole bunch of other free traffic techniques. So I'll give you one example, Debbie. So as an example, and again, this is different for each person, but we do have manuals and training on a whole host of free traffic techniques. But as an example, I was speaking to a couple about a month ago, and they said to me that they've joined licensed partner team, and I said, what do you do for a living? And they said, oh, we're retired, and they go around the world on cruise ships. And I thought, wow, that's really cool. So I gave them a strategy which is working incredibly well for them. So what they do is they've had some business cards printed up, and on the reverse side of their card, they've created an offer on the back of their card which says, want to learn how to make money whilst on a cruise ship? and then that goes to a squeeze page where a free product's been given away and gets them into a sales funnel. And when they're on the cruise ship, and you know what it's like when you're on holiday and you get into those conversations with people you meet, they hand out those cards and they get those people to sign up. They kind of really sit there and watch them sign up on their phone or on their iPad or whatever, get them signed up there and then. And they're doing very, very well doing this simply but with that one simple strategy, and that's a free traffic technique. So there's all sorts of different strategies like that, or free websites to advertise on and things like that we provide. And again, it's tailoring a traffic plan that suits you.
Sure. Some people use all free traffic, some people use all paid, and some people use a mixture of both.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, a great question here from Nicole. How long does the call last from you?
It's as long as it needs to be. Sometimes, some people it's half an hour. I just, you tell them what they need to do, and they go, right, great, I'm going to go and do it, and they do it. Some people it's an hour, some people it's an hour and a half. So it's as long as it needs to be. There's no kind of, I don't say, oh, it's 60 minutes, and I'm going to start the clock now. So it's nothing like that. So it's as long as it needs to be, guys. And later on, if you need another catch-up call, that's fine as well.
Yeah. And if you need any help with it, then all you have to do is ask the help desk, and the help desk will contact you by phone if necessary, and we can sort it out from there. But do bear in mind that when you do get your call from Sarah, it's an individual to you, so we won't know about it unless you tell us. Now, some other great questions from Jim. Says, can I build my own list and still use your system for follow-ups?
Yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely, you can definitely do that. I just want to kind of stress that you do not need to build a list to be successful with the licensed partner team. But if you want to build your own list and do this, that's absolutely possible. There's no problem at all. You can definitely build your own list with the licensed partner team.
Geraldine says, how quick can anybody expect to start earning?
Very quickly. But it's all down to taking action. So if you actually do the stuff, you will make sales. If you don't do anything, obviously you won't make any money. I mean, I know that sounds obvious, but a lot of people in the internet marketing world, they'll buy products, watch the training videos, and not do anything. If you take action and actually, particularly the kind of traffic plan, which I will tailor for you, if you put that into action, you'll make money within the first 7 days.
Thanks, Sarah. Joe M says, can I use this for my own products?
Yes, absolutely. Well, sorry, can you use this to sell your own products?
Can you just clarify that in? I think actually,
yes.
From her other questions, it looks as though she means, can she use it to drive traffic to her own products?
Oh, okay. So if you've got your own product line, well, the licensed partner team, it's obviously it's my products, and you're getting commissions on those. If you've got your own product line, the thing you can do is you can use the training to learn how to drive traffic to your own products. So a lot of licensed partner team members do really well with the licensed partner team, but then they use the training, because the training, remember, is all about traffic generation. They use that training to help then as kind of like a phase 2, if you like, selling their own products. So if you like, you're getting paid to learn how to drive traffic. So a lot of people are using that traffic training and joining the licensed partner team just purely to learn how to drive traffic. And yeah, we provide all that training, and of course you could use that training to drive traffic to your own products.
Great. Donald S has said, what is the range of prices for the front-end products?
Well, front-end products really, I mean, obviously we have the free products which we give away for free, and then the front-end products range really from like $12. We've got $37 products, $67 products, $150 products, things like that. So that's really the front-end products.
John T says, how long is this offer available for?
This is going to be open until Sunday.
Okay. Is that all day Sunday or?
Sunday midnight UK time. So we'll put a countdown on. We have recorded the webinar tonight, so we will make a replay available. But the offer is open until Sunday. But obviously, the first 10 people are getting in on the licensed partner team with the scholarship. So once those 10 have gone, we will close it. So that's just. I'm sorry. Well, we'll close it at the reduced price.
Okay, thanks for clarifying that, Sarah. Antonio says, how are you paying your affiliates?
Okay, that's a good question. So we've got 2 forms of payment. We use PayPal for payments under $1,000, and then over $1,000 we can do a bank transfer if you want to. We don't have to do a bank transfer, but if you prefer that, we can do a bank transfer, and we can do the transfer from an American bank or a UK bank. So we've got different ways which we can pay you.
Okay, thanks, Sarah. Eric K has a great question here. He said, I have been an affiliate for other people, and I'm not sure that I've been paid the right amount. How do I know that your tracking is accurate?
That's a great question. Well, we use a program called Infusionsoft to process all our sales and to track everything. Now, as a license, which is kind of like the industry standard within internet marketing, it's the kind of Rolls-Royce, if you like, of shopping carts. Now, as a licensed partner team member, you're going to get your own login to my Infusionsoft shopping cart software. And from there, when you log in, you'll be able to see all the sales that are made in your own affiliate account. So you can see the names of the people who purchased the products. You can even see if a credit card has failed. So you can actually even see if someone's tried to buy a product and their card bounced. So you can actually see that. You can see if a refund was made. You can set up tracking links. You can see all of that within your own login. So yeah, you can. That's how you can see all of that.
Sure. And also you have to remember with the big, if a big credit card, if it bounces for a big figure, I will always phone up those people and say, look, there was a problem with your credit card. Is there any way we can help you to pay in another way?
Yeah, absolutely.
So for the big ones, that's always covered as well from the office. Mary T says, how many hours a week would it require for me to work, would you think, would you recommend?
Well, it really depends on your, I would say it depends on what kind of traffic strategy you're using. If you're using paid traffic, very little actually, only sort of 3 or 4 hours a week at the most. If you're going down the free traffic route, you're going to need to spend an awful lot more time. I would say a couple of days a week really. Because free traffic is never really free, is it? Because you've got to spend some time actually generating that traffic. So realistically, I would kind of budget a day a week, like a Saturday or something like that, 1 day a week to initially. Obviously, if you're only going to be doing paid traffic, then a lot less time, because doing paid traffic doesn't take much time at all.
No, I've sometimes set up ads that take less than 5 minutes to set up. So it's very, very quick. I think, oh, I've not done that. Do it very, very quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, great question here for Tim L. How much money a month are the average team members making?
That's a great question. So really, well, how much money is the average making? I would say kind of around the 10K a month. So we've got people who make more than that, and some people who make less than that. So that's what I would say, kind of on average. We've got an awful lot of people who are doing kind of 2 or 3K a month, which is really nice. So yeah.
Thanks for that, Sarah. Another great question here. John says, how often do you change your sales funnel?
It's a constantly evolving thing, so it's not something that's just set and that's it. So the sales funnels are constantly evolving. We're constantly tracking what's working and what's not working, and we're altering them and changing them, so it's an ever-evolving thing. The thing to remember is, even if someone's not in a sales funnel, you're still going to get commissions if that person buys something, because we send things like newsletters out every week, and when we do a new product launch or something like that, we just send emails out to the whole list. They're not necessarily, those people aren't necessarily in a sales funnel. So even if someone's not in a sales funnel, you're still going to get a commission if someone buys something, because we send emails out to those people. So
thanks, Sarah. 1F says, how many licensed partner team members do you have?
Currently, we have around 750 licensed partner team members. Now, that may sound like a lot, but it's not. It's a very, very small program when you compare it to other programs out there. So quite often these big product launches that you see, they'll have 10,000 affiliates promoting the same product. Now, you need to remember, we've got 750 people in the licensed partner team. However, they don't all promote products, because a lot of people have joined just to learn the traffic techniques. Particularly early on when we first joined, we had a lot of people who joined purely just to be coached on the traffic techniques, or they joined licensed partner team just as a form of coaching. So even though we have a lot of members, we probably only have a fraction of those people actually actively promoting stuff. And so, it's a very, very small program in the industry. And as far as an affiliate program goes, it's probably one of the smallest affiliate programs. So that means that there's very, very little competition.
Thanks, Sarah. Henrietta says, how does she contact the support team?
Okay. So if you just go to at the bottom of the page, licensed partner team, there's a support link there. Or if you go to sarahstar.com, there's a support link on that page. Or Catherine, if you could find a link actually, and put that in the chat box, the URL to the help desk, and we can paste that in.
Thank you very much. I will find that for you, Sarah. Let me see. Great question here from Jim. What other money will I have to spend? Is there any upsells, or is this is it, or do you have to have anything else to make it work?
Yeah, okay, so there's no upsells or anything. You don't need to buy any more expensive things or anything like that. That's a really good question. So no, there's nothing else to buy. So I just want to be absolutely clear about that. You don't even actually need to build a website. So you don't need to build a website. You don't need hosting. You don't need to buy domain names. We give you free hosting because just so many people kept asking us for hosting, because a lot of people like building websites. So that's why we give that. But no, you don't need to buy anything else. The only thing you might want to spend money on is paid traffic. But again, that's purely optional. And not 100% necessary. So if you want, you don't actually need to purchase anything else after you join the licensed partner team. And if you're driving free traffic, you don't even need to spend money on traffic. So you've got everything you need right there.
Okay, I've just put the link into the support desk into the chat, which is sarahstarzendesk.com. So Debbie said, will you go over again? She lost her connection. She's come back in. The story with the couple. I think she probably means the couple on the cruise that does the cruises.
Yeah, Debbie. So just everybody remembers. So I was having a coaching call with a client, and they were a retired couple. And they're doing very well now with the licensed partner team, but they had like no experience with internet marketing. And they spent their time cruising the world on cruise ships, which is really cool. So I tailored a plan for them, which would work on a cruise ship, and this is what we came up with. So, when you go on holiday, when you go on vacation, you sometimes get into those sort of conversations with people on a cruise ship, or when you're just sort of generally speaking on vacation, you get into those conversations with people you've just met, and they ask you, what do you do for a living, and what did you used to do for a living, or whatever it might be. So what we did was they got some business cards printed up, and on the reverse side of their card, they created an offer which said something like how to make money whilst on a cruise ship, or how to make money traveling the world. It was a easy to remember domain name. I forget what the domain name was now, but it was something like making money whilst cruisingtheworld.com or something like that, which then redirected to a squeeze page where we're giving something away for free. So all they do is when they're on vacation, when they're on cruises, cruising around the world, they get into these conversations with people, they hand these cards out to people which they meet, and they even help these people sign up, so that they kind of give them the card, tell them about it, and these people nearly always have an iPad with them or a smartphone with them, and they help them actually sign up to one of those squeeze pages there and then, so they get them on the list. And they're doing really well with that. So this is just an example of how somebody's doing this with not even promoting on the internet, and that's what we call offline marketing. And in fact, we've got a whole training section all about offline marketing. So that's just one way you can do offline marketing.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that use offline marketing these days in the licensed partner team, and they're using it really creatively. I was talking to somebody the other day on a help call, a support call, because they wanted help to set up a meetup group just to promote the licensed partner team. And I thought, what a great idea.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, great question here again from Jimmy T. Do we keep the emails from the traffic we send to your sites, to the licensed partner team?
No, you don't. You don't keep the emails. But if you want to build your own email list, that's fine. And we do have a way that if you want to build your own email list, that's absolutely fine. It is quite an advanced strategy, though. But if you want to do that, we will help you set that all up so that people who sign up to your list also end up being given access to some of the free products inside the licensed partner team, so that you can get, a kind of what we call like a dual sign up. And we've got training in the members area showing you how to do that if you want to do that. But directly, if you just promote the products directly, no, you don't. You'd need to set something up in advance to make that so. So we can help you do that, and we'll help you set that up.
Thanks, Sarah. Donald says, what kind of spend budget-wise would you need to get back 5K per month?
That's a really good question, Donald. Well, it really depends on what kind of it really depends on what kind of traffic you're generating. So if you might be using paid traffic, like for instance, the couple on the cruise ship, that doesn't cost them anything. Okay, their vacation costs something, so it doesn't necessarily have to cost you anything, the traffic. But let's say you're just going to do the paid traffic. So let's just say you weren't going to do the cruise ship there. You weren't going to do offline marketing. You don't want to do free traffic. You don't have a lot of time. So let's just say you want to do paid traffic. So the thing about this is to remember is this isn't the kind of system where you need to spend. It's not a kind of, see, a lot of programs out there. It's a very much a direct, like, oh, I need to spend $1,000 to make 2,000 back or something like that. This isn't like that, because you're sending traffic to a page where something's given away for free, and then all those customers are then locked in as your customer for the lifetime of that customer. And that customer might buy a $1,000 product today and then do nothing for a year, and then in a year's time they might buy a $10,000 product, so which you're going to get commission on. So this is very much like having your own email list, your own sales funnel, and directing your own traffic. So what we tend to see is people who maybe spend money on advertising, they'll see a return on their investment pretty much straight away, and then over time they see literally an income coming in from those people which they referred. So let's say you spend $1,000 on advertising, you're probably going to make back $2,000 or $3,000 from that advertising initially, but then over the course of a year, those people are going to buy more and more products, and you're going to continue to get commissions from those people from here on in. And that's why people are making so much money with the licensed partner team and being very successful. So they refer the customers, and then even if they stop driving traffic, even if they just say, you know what, I'm quitting, or they're ill, or they can't do it anymore, they still get commissions because my team is selling products to those people which you referred.
Henrietta says, is your office in London?
Yeah, well, we have no, we at the moment my office is in the South Coast in the UK. I'm about to move back to London, actually, but we also have offices in Nevada, in Las Vegas. So we've got two offices.
Thanks for that. Now
we're getting to the end now, I think, aren't we almost?
I think we are. I'm just thinking, if anybody has, because there's been a lot of questions, if anybody's I've not answered it, please can you do it? The last one we have, I think, from Mark is, can you let us know what conversion rates you get through your sales funnel?
Okay, so that's a great question. Well, let me just 1 second. I'll show you. So let me just. I've actually got a slide. So let me just bring it up. I have to just rewind my presentation. So okay, so let me just wait for the thing to update. Okay, so the conversion rates. That's a really good question. So we have lots of free offers. This is just one of the free offers that you can send traffic to. Now, as a licensed partner team member, your kind of job, if you like, is to promote these free offers. If you want, you can promote the paid offers directly, but you're going to make a lot more money if you promote the free offers. typically the free offers like this have a conversion rate of between 40 and 50%. Obviously, it can be less than that. I'm going to be completely upfront with you. If you use low quality traffic, you're going to get like a 30% or a 20% conversion rate. If you use high quality traffic, like we suggest in the training, you're going to receive a 40 to 50% conversion rate on squeeze page like this. So you send 100 people to a page like this, between 40 and 50 of those people are going to sign up. So that's what we call a 40 to 50% conversion rate. And then out of those people who sign up, let me just move this on. We've got 40 new contacts now in the system. And then these are, by the way, guys, these are just initial sales. Initial sales, these are going to be your figures. Which brings you in 105k per year. Now, yes, you'll make that, but remember, even at the end of the year, when you've made that, those same 40 people are probably going to go on and buy more products, because what we find is people don't just buy these products and then that's it, they never buy anything else. Most people will go through this funnel, buy these products, and then later on they'll then buy more products, maybe a $10,000 product or a $5,000 product, or quite often they'll buy another $1,000 product. So these 40 contacts will have bought this stuff, but they're going to buy more stuff in the future, and that's really the kind of secret to why people are making so much money with the license partner team. Hope that's clear.
You do actually have quite a number of people. I can think of at least a dozen off the top of my head without really giving any thought, who purchase absolutely everything you produce.
Yeah, we've got a core kind of bunch of customers who, it doesn't matter what products we create, they'll just buy it without even seeing the sales page. They're kind of fans. Or if we put a workshop on, they'll just say, well, we're coming. We don't care what the workshop's about. We want to go. So yeah, that's quite common.
Yeah, it looks as though we're actually come to the end now, Sarah.
Fantastic. Well, guys, we have recorded this, and I'm sure Ty will send the replay link out tomorrow. And thank you, Catherine, for reading all the questions out.
You're very welcome, Sarah.
No problem at all. And it's been an absolute pleasure promoting today to Ty's people, and been a really responsive lot. So thank you very much. It's very nice to have a group of people who ask so many interesting questions. And I look forward to everybody who signed up. I look forward to speaking to you possibly over the weekend or next week. So thank you very much, everybody, and thanks, Catherine, and speak soon.
Great.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Sarah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.